I don't think I'm the only one with this matter, but from my point of view, I think at this age and with this experience that I have, what I've been witnessing from people when I've been following and observing people on social media, for example, like-minded people, highly sensitive people, empaths like myself, who talk about narcissistic abuse and things like that. So I don't see enough talk about the importance of healthy communication and respect in interactions, because, you know, a person does not have to be a narcissist necessarily, of course. They can just be egotistical, they can just be immature, they can just be very busy, they can just be very pressured and stressed out, and it is basically destroying the interaction. And again, what can happen is that we're dealing with a person who is not really and truly emotionally skilled. They lack a true authentic connection within themselves. They do not have inner peace within themselves. So if they are very disconnected within, how can they even listen to you authentically? When you are being authentic, when you are being straightforward, when you are being transparent, when you're being honest, when you're being a highly sensitive person and empath, and you can clearly see and feel and sense in a very painful manner that this person is not giving you what you need in that situation. And unfortunately, very unfortunately, and apparently this can lead to these painful, even traumatizing, heavy energy situations, negative energy situations. This person is coming from low vibrational energies, but naturally, as a sensitive earth angel, empath, highly sensitive person, as a chosen one of God, as a starseed being, you are a high vibrational, a loving, empathetic, a kind person, and very intuitive. But this person can be seen to argue with you, even though they don't necessarily even mean to argue with you, but they can say things that can seem like they are. Like they're not authentically hearing you or facing you in those situations. So it can seem like they're just making you feel worse. And of course, what happens is an unnecessary boundary violation. These people who seem to be arguing against you, they do not hear you authentically, they do not listen to you authentically, they force you to repeat your sentences to them. They basically make you feel like you need to over-explain yourself and overextend yourself, and energetically you can feel very drained and hurt and traumatized by these people, because again, they are not facing you authentically. So of course it hurts if you're dealing with somebody who is supposed to be authentic, who is supposed to be a guiding light for you, a helpful, empathetic person, but they're not showing you any sorts of empathy. And of course it hurts even more if you're dealing with something that is important and urgent that you need help with. And of course my self-help book will help you. You can check it out from Amazon as an ebook or order a paperback. It will help you with these sorts of issues as a sensitive person after narcissistic abuse experiences especially. And of course also I can help you in my one-on-one sessions and with my readings, and also in my coaching program if you're interested in a full life transformation to receive all the guidance and empathetic support authentically that you need. So you're not alone, and this message was just coming to me very powerfully that I needed to share today. That, you know, we need to be able to communicate with others. So again, because you can be feeling very, very overwhelmed, especially if you've already gone through, typically you've already gone through enough of childhood trauma, enough of narcissistic abuse in your life, and you are sensitive. So you feel other people's feelings and emotions usually more clearly than your own, because you are so connected to paying attention to other people's issues, because you have been programmed that way, but also because you are intuitive and highly sensitive and an empath. And if we encounter cold, not empathetic people with no emotional skills, no communication skills, of course it's very hurtful and draining. So yes, if you are constantly dealing with issues like this, yes, of course, I encourage you to get in touch with me to book a reading or buy my book or join me in a one-on-one call or join my coaching program, because that way I can help you a lot better. My passion is to help my clients one-on-one very effectively, very empathetically, very transparently, very honestly, so that they can actually move forward from those difficult and traumatizing experiences in their life after narcissistic abuse. I'm also a survivor myself, and I'm also a sensitive, highly sensitive empath, highly sensitive woman. And so that is also why I can understand you and what you have been going through. So also, I think that we always need to remember the fact that we have to be on our own side when things like this happen, because the society, the system, narcissistic people, egotistical people, because they have their own agenda, they can be very stubborn and selfish, and so many people can be so immature and lack emotional skills, emotional intelligence, and they are not self-regulated when it comes to their emotions and feelings. So that is why it can easily cause this overwhelm towards you as a sensitive being, because you have already been going through enough, and they don't understand how sensitive you are, or they can be very intentional in how they are hurting you as well. And naturally, we don't even have to say it out loud, but these people are not from God. They can be lessons, yes. Maybe boundary lessons, things like that. But they are not God's people. If they were God's people, they would listen to you. They would authentically support you and help you and guide you and be there for you. They would not seem to be hurting you and be against you. So God might allow them for one reason or another, but they can be destroying your faith if you let them affect you, and by doing that, they can be physically hurting you, causing many sorts of stress reactions within you. Again, many sorts of trauma reactions and symptoms, which of course is not acceptable. And also what I want to add here is, of course, the fact that they do not understand you. You guys are like from completely opposite planets, basically. That this person who you are talking to, who you are interacting with, trying to communicate with, trying to solve something with, they are not understanding you. They are not on the same level energetically or mentally, emotionally. So, of course, it is very, very draining is how it feels. It feels very hurtful. It can feel like they are ignoring you or stabbing you in the back. They can make you feel different sorts of feeling sensations and, make you feel like your situation is hopeless. And therefore, again, that person or those people can make you feel like they are being energy vampires. It can be very true to you. in this situation. And likely they are being that. You have to trust yourself and your own experiences as a sensitive, intuitive being. It is very difficult for us because there are less of us in the world. We are not like these regular people when we're chosen ones of God, when we're spiritual, sensitive beings. You know, these people don't understand about sensitivity and about feelings and about emotions. They can usually just be about superficial things like money and power and agenda, their ego, you know, and they can even be covert narcissists. And of course, then it would mean that they are actually betraying you and attacking you. And these people are wasting your time and energy and effort. And that is why it hurts you as well. They are making you waste your time if you feel like you need to overextend, repeat yourself to be heard and respected normally. So of course, yes, there are two types of people. Those who do this by mistake, not with clear intention, but then there are those who also do this with clear intention, that they are so mentally unwell and they are suffering within themselves, so they are pouring their pain onto you. And of course, again, this is not good for your mental or physical health. And again, this is of course why we need even more of those healthy, straightforward, honest boundaries. So even if these sorts of people don't listen to us, there can be another way. There can be another solution, such as giving feedback anyway, or just cutting off the call, cutting off the interaction, calling your energy back, things like that. You know, self-care practices along with healthy boundaries. And maybe you might have to rethink your strategy, how you are facing these sorts of people. Because I think we need healthy tools, yes. So yes, it can feel like they are taking your faith from you because they are not amplifying it. They can say negative things to you that make you feel like they are taking your faith from you. Like, for example, they can say or claim something that you know simply is not true. They can say to you like, oh, that's not going to work out, or I don't agree with that, or I think that this is how it is, and they don't even want to hear your opinion. And it can make you feel even more alone, because if you're already dealing with that situation alone, this can, for example, be a court case situation, and this can involve authority figures even. So the all in all, the situation is very heavy and important. And of course, every one of us, we can have difficult days, and we can be dealing with issues like this, what I just described. So we should not be alone. Please like this video on my YouTube channel, share this video, and subscribe to my channel to support my work, to share this message, because there are sensitive souls like us out there who might need to hear this. So please help. And like I said, I'm here to help, but I can only help you naturally better if you buy my book or if you join a session with me, so that I can talk to you, I can hear you out, and I can show you my understanding and my authentic advice that I can give to you regarding your unique, specific situation. And also the fact that I think is so important when it comes to interactions with people, especially with these draining sorts of people who seem to have their own agenda, is that these are not healthy connections. So it's no wonder if your body is reacting, because it can be reminding you of your trauma. Because again, you're sensitive and you've been a trauma victim. So this is why, of course, we have to do our best to avoid these sorts of situations, but you know, it's out of our control that there are just people in this world who have their own agendas and they don't care about others who they hurt in the process.